If you've ever wondered what a management consultant does on a day-to-day basis, you're in luck, because today's video we have Heinrich, who is a ex-McKinsey consultant, and he's going to talk us through a day in his life when he was a consultant at McKinsey. He's also got a YouTube channel called Firm Learning, which I'll link in the video description below. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. He's got over 60,000 subscribers, which is amazing, and he only started a few months ago. He creates really good content. Make sure you check out his stuff, and yeah, let's get straight into the video.
Thank you, Afzal, for inviting me to your channel and the opportunity to talk about a topic that I'm very passionate about, and this is consulting. My name is Heinrich and I'm an ex-McKinsey consultant working at the firm for 6 years, in the end serving as a project lead. About a year ago I transitioned to industry into a CTO position at a German retail company. In my spare time I create videos for my YouTube channel Firm Learning, where I talk about consulting and management. On my channel you find lots of videos on how to be successful in the first years of your career. I trust many of the videos will be highly relevant to people working in investment banking as well. Today I will talk about how a typical day in the work week of an MBB consultant looks like. MBB stands for McKinsey, BCG and Bain, so the top 3 leading strategy consulting firms. Of course, one of the things that are special about a consulting career is that things change so much. There's rarely one day that exactly looks like the other. But still, there is a structure that many of these days follow, and this is exactly what I'm going to show you today. So let's look into a typical Monday of an MBB consultant. Usually Monday morning you fly into the client. The only exception, of course, being if you are lucky enough to have a home study, which means that you have your client in your hometown, so then of course the travel is not required. What time exactly you fly in, of course, depends on your local flight schedule and a little bit also negotiations with your team. The earliest flight that I needed to regularly take was around 6 AM. I'd say typical is 7 AM, and this of course means that depending on where you live and what the distance is to the airport, you might easily be in a position to wake up at 4 AM every Monday morning. You usually try to be at the client around 10 AM latest to avoid coming into the office on Monday significantly after your client. You usually try to be there around 10 AM, and then often what you have as a first meeting of the week is a team check-in. So this means that the project lead will sit together with its consultants, with its associates, and go over the priorities for the week. Pretty much make sure that everybody is aligned on what needs to be achieved on this week. Contrary to Big Four or many other consulting firms as well, a typical team size in an MBB consulting project is 2 to 5 consultants on the ground. So meaning that there is one project lead together with 1 to 4 other associates who work together with him on the client side. This creates quite a special atmosphere on the team, because what this means is that for you, even as a very junior consultant, from the very beginning you will be one of 2, of 3 or 4, maximum of 5 consultants on the ground. This means that you will never just have an assistant role, but from the very beginning you will be responsible for distinct work packages that you will need to deliver for your project. And this is exactly what this feeling of being thrown into the water looks like, because if you cannot get it done, usually the team does not have enough slack for somebody else to pick up your full work package. This is exactly why consulting is such a high-paced environment and why you will learn such a great amount of things in the first years. So what this translates to is that often as a consultant you have distinct client counterparts that you are covering, that you are responsible for. So after your 10 AM team check-in, you will often have a client check-in. You together with your main client partners, you will meet them, sit together with them, and again discuss the priorities for the week with your client team. So from 12 to 1 PM you now might meet a management accountant, maybe send you some data on Friday. Now you might have some clarifying questions, so you sit together with them, you're going over the questions just to make sure you fully understand the data set that you received and now know what analysis exactly you can carry out with it. So afterwards at 1 PM you might go on a short lunch break. So if you have enough time, maybe the team will try to together go to the lunch break, maybe in the canteen of the client. Of course, the lunch break will not be for a full hour or so, but pretty efficient, just eating the food that you get. And of course, if you do not have the time, you might also need to eat lunch at your desk or maybe even skip lunch entirely. After lunch until 3 p.m. you might have some time to sit in the team room and get some work done for yourself without any meetings. And then between 3 and 4:30 you might have a larger team meeting together with the partner. So usually in these settings the partner will come in, will fly in at least once a week to sit together with the team. What this means for you as a team is that you will often prepare a couple of pages, a couple of slides to walk the partner through the progress, to discuss a couple of things where you want to have his opinion on, where you want to have his guidance on, and just try to solve a couple of problems together that you're currently facing on the current project.
Get free premium access to all of my Skillshare courses on investment banking, cover letters, divisions and CVs by clicking the link in the video description below.
After this internal team meeting with your partner, you might have another client meeting where you share some ideas, maybe show him the progress and discuss how to proceed. And then around 6 p.m. often what you do is to have a team check out where the team sits together with the project lead, and then the project lead goes over the priorities of the team, discusses what still needs to be done this evening, and also try to help the team to prioritize the tasks so that nobody needs to work too late if it is not absolutely required. So if you now take a moment and reflect on what happened in this day, what you saw on this exemplary Monday is exactly the reason why you often end up working late in consulting. And this is because during the day you're often full with client meetings, full with internal meetings, so it's hard to really get some work done. So then often you need to wait until the evening, until most of the clients have already left the office, for you now to have some time to really concentrate and get your own things done. And this is now exactly what might happen now. You might have some time now in the team room to work until 7:30 or so, and then the team might decide to now drive to the hotel, so leave the client side. And then if everybody has enough time, maybe the team also comes together for a short dinner at the hotel restaurant. After the team dinner, usually everybody goes to his hotel room then to continue the work, and then at some point you might call it a day, close your laptop, maybe do some sports in the hotel gym or just take some sleep. How long exactly you will work in the evening might significantly change day by day, week by week, and especially also project by project. It will depend on how much exactly the team has on its plate right now, and often also the general habits of the team. And here indeed often the project lead is the one who can either be a guy who pushes for a good lifestyle or can be a guy who makes everybody work quite late in the evening. So reflecting on my time in consulting, usually if you are completely done by 10 p.m. in the evening, that was pretty great. That was a good day. For me it was normal to close my laptop between 11 p.m. and midnight. And yes, there are also these crazy days where you might have a team call at 2 a.m. at night, or even still be sitting client side in the team room at this time. So days like that are not normal, but they will happen, and they will probably happen a bit more often than you might hope for. So be prepared that you must be ready for evenings like that as well if you join an MBB consulting firm like McKinsey, BCG or Bain. So this is what the Monday looked like. Then the next day usually you try to be in the office at the client between 8 and 9 a.m. Often also trying to adapt a bit on what the client is doing, because of course you do not want to walk into the office significantly after your client is there. Then on Thursday evening you are flying out. Usually you will take a plane between 6 and 8 p.m. in the evening. Then after you arrive home, usually Thursday evening is already a slower day. Often you just write a couple of emails and then you can call it a day after you arrive home. Fridays are often slower days as well. You might still do some client work, but often you have also time for some more administrative tasks. For instance, doing your expenses, socializing with your colleagues or any other office activities. Then what's great about consulting, probably also compared to banking, is that I experienced a very strong culture, at least at McKinsey, that the weekends are free. So there isn't really an expectation at all that on Saturday and Sunday you need to work. So while there might be of course emergencies on rare occasions, in general you can expect your weekends to be free, which I understand is a significant difference to investment banking. So this is it, guys. This is what a typical day at an MBB consulting firm like McKinsey, BCG, Bain looks like. I hope that this video helped you better understand whether consulting might actually be a career path that you might consider pursuing. And if you did enjoy this video and would like to see more videos from me, have a look at my channel Firm Learning, where I talk exactly about topics like this. So looking forward to seeing many of you over there at Firm Learning.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much to Heinrich for taking the time out of his day to share his experiences as a management consultant. If you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to his channel. I'll link it in the video description below. His channel is called Firm Learning. He's got over 60,000 subscribers and he does lots of videos on management consulting, presentation skills, and how to succeed in the early years of your career. So make sure you check out his channel. If you made it this far in the video, leave an emoji in the comments below so I know that you made it this far, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.